Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Heroes of the Storm Southeast Asia Championship Singapore Qualifiers Semifinals here. We got Look Flower, LAF versus HOTS'Mad MAD. So this matchup here, LAF has got a bit of a slight advantage. They are 1-0 already, and I'm just getting the draft ready. I'm told that the draft is ready, so let's put it on the screen for all of you guys to see. That's it. The map is actually going to be Cursed Hollow. And the map is decided by Look of Flower. MAD will go for first pick this time around. They do ban out the Lost Vikings, and Look of Flower will ban out Illidan. There's one ban each side. And the Brightwing with the first pick is interesting. The last game was a little bit tricky because they were just very, very close. I think they could have gone both ways. Basically, the last fight was the win condition for LAF, and they just got it really nicely. Brightwing is the one that is going to get picked up here for MAD. LAF banning out Illidan means that they will want to get a Vala. They will want to get the Kilthus or even the Jaina. So now that there's a lot of options here for damage dealers, you have to be very sure to pick up the one that you think is the best. And Kilthus is so far one of the more irritating, harassing kind of a hero, I think. Has got substantial range damage on, and also will be able to use those skill shots to land quickly on your enemy. For Look of Flower, I would like to see them play Lost Vikings. Unfortunately, MAD just banned that out. And Kilthus, I think is fine. I think Kilthus Jaina is a very good opening pick. You will effectively lose some support, but you should still be able to get a lot of damage if your Kilthus and Jaina works very well. I mean, this is the kind of gameplay that most people will actually expect to see. It is kind of combo stuns and wombo combo gameplay. That's the main difference that we're going to see here. It is actually going to be Anubarak, which is fine. Anubarak has been a favorite, popular pick ever since the last patch, in which that he got buffed quite a fair bit with a bit of a rework on the casting time for both Impel as well as Burrow Strike, and he also has got that that buff on the Beetles there, which is good. So now MAD with the Brightwing pickup, it could be anything right now. It's Cursed Hollow. Brightwing's good. We've seen Brightwing snatch boss golems a lot of times to Emerald win. I think that's fantastic. I think MAD may want to just do that. There's also some other options that they can go ahead here, and I think that they need to get the Jaina or Vala at least. If not, it's just giving away a lot of options for LAF's next phase of the draft. I personally really like Jaina because I think Jaina with some slow is going to help you defend a little bit better, as well as to help you chase down enemies a little bit better. It is going to be Jaina. And the last option here would effectively have to be a Muradin. I think Muradin is okay. Muradin is fine. If MAD doesn't pick Muradin, LAF effectively may go for that one. Double tank, both of this stun is just going to mean a lot of stun locks. Means that you're going to set up a great area where Kilthus is nicely safe. MAD's job right now is actually to try and either decide whether they want to defend Jaina in most team fights, and pick up Uther, or they want to try and jump behind enemy line to go for Kilthus, which is also fine. They have to take note that there's a hero with high mobility on LAF side. That is Anubarak. Anubarak is crazy on mobility, always able to go in first and always able to do those damage with the Beetle there. It is actually going to be Diablo. Diablo is fine. I think Diablo is okay. Like I said, I don't really like Diablo because of the fact that he has got that Unstoppable removed from him. But if Diablo's able to go all the way in, there is that possibility that he can shut down Kilthus, can effectively put him off position and pick up the kill. But Diablo nowadays is just not really effective to do that. In the old days, yes, before the last patch came out, they nerfed his Unstoppable on Shadow Charge and Overpower. But yeah, LAF now, hands down, going to pick the Vala. I think you definitely need one more damage dealer. They are in a very good spot. I think they should prioritize the support over Muradin. And yes, it's going to be Sylvanas, which is good. They do get two of the best damage dealers so far in this game, and that's Kilthus, Sylvanas. Both of which are crazy, good utility as well, nice silence, great flame strikes, great damage, great stuns from Anubarak for stun lock. That's what I like to see moving forward. It is going to be Muradin, so they're not going to prioritize support, but this is going to be tricky, because if MAD goes for something that looks like a Tyrande and Uther, no, they're not going to pick both at the same time. It is going to be Rhaegar, but alright, I wanted Tyrande because I thought Diablo could actually combo, but that's actually very, very old and no longer feasible. They will go for Vala. Vala, Jaina is okay. They didn't have enough damage. That's fine. It's fair. Rhaegar is the interesting one, because Rhaegar is definitely able to heal a little bit more. And dual support, dual damage, singular tank is a very old school way of drafting. It will be Malfurion for LAF, which is going to help with team sustainability, which is good. I kind of like that. I just like Uther a little bit more because of the Divine Shield and the fact that, you provide a lot of extra help with healing. But I guess Uther is a little bit more for dive and burst combos. This is not really a dive or burst combo. This is basically a stun lock wombo combo strategy. It's up against a sustained combo on MAD side, so... Yeah, we're going to bring you the map here. It is Cursed Hollow, LAF 1-0 against MAD. And we have, in a Cursed Hollow, a total of 6 sites for tribute spawning. And the boss camp spawning at the top as well as the bottom. And a siege camp that will be in the right lane to defend against the boss pushing. You also have got the bruiser camp that can help push down the mid lane. Alright, so that's it. Huge shout out to sponsors Alienware. Do check them out, as well as Intel. We also have got Fairfaro sponsors Razer and Streaming Partner XSplit. The map Cursed Hollow. We are in a very good position right now. LAF is definitely ready and raring to go. And I think that they are 1-0 up. They definitely need to make sure that they can win this game. If they win this one, they will go through to the finals already and will be $500 guaranteed. For HOTS'Mad on the flip side, this is the most important game for them. They have to win this one to force it down to the third match. And I think that in terms of skill and standard, both teams are definitely on par. So that's something that I like to see. By the way, I'm ranked 36 because I'm working and I do not have time to play. Excuses. Oh, yeah. So, yeah. We got ourselves a pretty good show here. I hope you guys enjoy this. I really do. It's something we've prepared for a long time, and huge shout out to all the parties that made this possible. Shout out to you guys, all 7,000 of you watching the stream slightly earlier. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is the official channel for Blizz Heroes SEA, and that's Heroes of the Storm as well as most of the other competitions. That is the regional finals, the national finals. It's going to be nicely covered on this channel here. So on the blue team, Luca Flower playing for qualification to the national finals and 500 Singapore dollars guaranteed. Sync onto the Anubarak. Shade Fox playing as the Malfurion. We also got Crandor playing as the... What's that? It's Sylvanas Volin playing as the Muradin. Last but not least, Nickbot playing as the Kilthas. And on the red team, this time around we got MAD. Mizumute on the Diablo. And Vertius on to Jaina. Vala being played by JR Ron. Kiro on to Brightwing. Last but not least, Rhaegar being played by DM Desire. So great and close game 1. I hope it is going to be a great and close game 2. It is with the win. It is Mana Addict. It's also going to be Scouting Drone. Unknown. Reverberation. Oh, Beetle. Alright, that's fine. On the red team, we got Scouting Drone as well. Sophie's, which is interesting to note, is not going to buff the range of the Shadow Charge, so we're not going to expect Diablo to jump right in. That's that. The slow from Deep Shield. And also going to see a multi-shot AP version of Vala right here. Killing Totem for standard stuff. Alright, good. Kiro, DM Desire, JR Ron. I think it's a bit of an overwhelming support on the bottom lane. I don't like this kind of a lineup. I think that Kiro should solo the mid, and I think that they should get one tank here for displacement purposes. Even Jaina's good, just really change the rotation a little bit. If this is the rotation, well, they are not going to kill you. But effectively, you're also not going to kill them. And it is really just tricky. I think it's because Kiro doesn't have early game kills. But then again, yeah, it is just tricky. Flame Strike. Just look at that. Nick Bart, all he needs to do is just really take a step back, land those Flame Strikes, harass the towers, chip them down bit by bit, and I think it's still a victory for them. Changing lanes is a must for the red team. That's what I think, at least. Right, Pixie does. It is very, very interesting to see Kiro using that already. It's, well, it at least helps to increase the target's movement speed a little bit. And you have the Arcane Flare. That's basically what helps in dealing damage for Brightwing. Vertis now top lane up against Sync. As you can see, Vertis is struggling. Sync is just crazy with those extra beetles right there. And Jaina is going to have to tap the well real soon. And that's not good at all for him. So very interesting twist of strategy here. Level 4 first on the blue team. And level 3 still on the red. We got an Venom with a win, another win. So many wins here. Gravity Lapse as well as some slight buff. Protective Shields, more Beetles as well as Thunderclap going on. And on the red side, you have the Envenom on the Brightwing, which is interesting to see, as well as some Demonic Strength that helps slow targets a little bit more. I really don't like this Diablo's build. I think this Diablo's build is a little bit weird. Well, it's not really bad. It's just a bit of a mixture between utility and not opting to go for it. Shadow Charge may be a bit of a problem here. He's not able to charge and pull back. But that's, again, very historical in this instance. So 4 versus 4. Top lane, they're not going to come down. DM Desire channeling up down to 50%. It gets cancelled straight up. Living Bomb going down on Kiro. And also going to see some Entangling Roots coming out. And there goes the Shadow Charge. Unfortunately, he gets stunned. That's why Unstoppable is important on Diablo. Mizumite now dropping, going to pull back. Feline dropping even lower. Feline goes down. And Kiro gets a bit of that extra Moonfire from Malfurion. But he is also going to channel up the Tribute, and I think the first Tribute will go to the red team. Great pick off there. No qualms. I think that Diablo is slightly more tanky than Muradin at this instance. Unfortunately, there's just insufficient heal from Malfurion against Rhaegar, and I think that's pretty clear to see. If you look at his healing here, Rhaegar and Brightwing, dual heal comps is just very strong in sustaining in a team fight. If you want to fight against dual support, you really have to go in and burst down either anyone. Well, it could be damage, it could be support, but you just need to burst down the Jaina in this fight. In the last fight, it will not be Jaina. It would have been the Brightwing or Rhaegar. Unfortunately, they don't have burst on LAF as well, so that's the biggest problem they have right now. 4 minutes in, still level 6 both sides, not level 7 yet. And I would say that at this point in time, we got a lot of mercenary camps being picked up here by the red team, which is interesting. They are adopting a soak and camp approach, which is not really working out. They are still at par on level at best. They're not, although they're taking camps, they're not really using these camps to do something. They're not using these camps to soak, to push a little bit more. They're just forcing the enemy to respond, and this camp is actually very nicely timed, so that's good. So that means that someone's going to have to be at the mid lane defending, or they can just concede some of that ammunition, which is fine. DM Desire channeling up again. Feline wants to go in to stop that, but a nice pushback by Mizumute. Unfortunately, Krendor's Haunting Wave will stop that. And also going to see some of that extra Entangling Roots coming out. 4 versus 5, not what you want to fight right now. Sing goes in, Impel on 3. Great positioning. Krendor also the Haunting Wave, very flashy. And Feline dropping behind. And Entangling Roots onto the Diablo. Diablo goes down. 1-for-1 exchange right now. 4 versus 4 still. Shade Fox dropping. Shade Fox goes down. JR Ron with a nice kill right there. And the red team again surges ahead in this game 2. Krendor now on the mid lane, just soaking as much as he can. And if you look at his very interesting position, Kiro, DM Desire, JR Ron, they're just all over the place. In terms of level-wise, it's okay. It seems like the mid lane didn't get much of a damage, but the ammunitions were completely exhausted because of the Bruiser Cam. Great planning right there. This Bruiser Cam being picked up is really, really good timing on MAD's part. So 6 forts against 6 fort, a total of 3 kills against 1. Savannah's pushing in top lane, enjoying herself right there. It seems like both teams will not get level 10 before the next tribute. Good 2-man stun by Sing. Great follow-up. Where's the damage? Here comes the damage, a little bit too slow. Kiro getting rooted there by Shade Fox. Again, the Entangling Roots very nicely done. So level 9 both sides really soon. And 6 fort is to 6 fort. In terms of talent, we're looking at Regenerative Range, which is okay, and Venom, which is tricky. Soul Steel, which is a must for Diablo. Frostbitten, which is important as well. And you also got Repeating Arrow, which is a Hungering Arrow, Reset cooldown, which is good. I really like this a lot as compared to Searing Arrows, because that's like a little bit of a mix in between. Earth Shield is very good as well, so that's going to be fine. So now Shade Fox channeling up the tribute. It could be the first one in their favor. It will be. And Giaron is also getting stunned out here by Anubarak. They are also not going to commit and will pull back. Meanwhile, Brightwing down south is just pushing as hard as he can. And top lane, Krendor, a little bit of trouble there. Here comes the Cone of Coal. And no stuns means no kill. Krendor has just all the ability to run away. Level 10 fist on the red, but shortly behind is the blue as well. LAF will get level 10 quickly. It is going to be Emerald Wind, Apocalypse, Strath, Ancestral Healing. And I think it is going to be Water Elemental. I hope it is Water Elemental. We'll see. It is Water Elemental, so that's fine. This kind of a composition doesn't have much of a combo. It's just about sustaining. It's just about zoning. It's just about, dealing damage whenever you can. You have the Apocalypse, you have the Emerald Wind, but that's it. And this is where you're going to see a 5v5 team fight. Both sides level 10. This is tricky. Phoenix comes out. Rhaegar dropping really low right now. There goes also the silence. No heals. Rhaegar, no ancestral healing will go down without using that. Rooted on Sing. Sing's going to pull back. Hero getting stunned. Getting wiped out by the boss. The boss is such a spy. But look at Straff taking out sufficient damage. Crandor also dropping very low, but will get healed quickly. Great entangling root there. And it seems like it is a wipe of MAD's face right there. 4-man still alive on LAF. And you're also going to see the boss golem and the siege camp pushing the top lane. The tribute also going to the blue team. This is a huge loss for the red. I mean, MAD is a huge problem right there. Let's check in the replay and we'll see what happened. Close up. So look at the stun. Channeling again up on Rhaegar. Crazy follow-up by the boss. And the silence is just sick. There is no ancestral healing. The team was fighting on a very bad foot right there. Strap came in. Jiaoran took out Nick Bart and just died. Diablo also died. Crandor nearly died but didn't die. And all that's left is Jaina. So that's really because Rhaegar didn't have the ability to soak up those damage there. I think it's positioning again. Rhaegar's positioning should have been a little bit safer. Should have been in the center. Should have been on the right side. But yeah, that's all I can say. So as you can see already, the heroic talents on the blue will be Whirling Arrow, Phoenix, Tranquility, Locust Swamp, and Avatar. 9 minutes in, and it seems like in terms of kills, we're looking at 6 versus 4. Talent-wise, everything looks to be very fair and even. The boss is pushing the bottom as well. The damage for the top is pretty minimal. The fort as well as towers are gone. Because of this boss, the red team's going to have to react, and this is why this map is slightly more reactive than, it's slightly more snowball. And we'll see Kira now channeling up. Feline jumps in, misses the Storm Bolt, Sink from behind. Randolph from behind, some damage coming. APOC goes down, connects only on 2. And you're also going to see the Strap coming out, some substantial damage. And a Whirling Arrow on 4. 4-man silence, 1 goes down, the other one's gone. DM Desire now going to try run away effectively, in a lot of trouble there. But great heals, last minute clutch heals. Going to make sure that he's going to be fine. And a great gravity lapse means that Vala is gone. And 3-man down again. Matt is just playing not up to standard for this game. They are just a little bit behind. The curse goes down, and the right team is cursed right now. They are just effectively forced to defend. It's all because of the boss. They're distracted by the boss. There's nothing they could have done. The boss looks so sexy with just skulls and all. But yeah. So 1 talent up. Blue team wants to take as many team fights as possible. Red team now has to defend. There's nothing they can possibly do. The top lane is getting so much creeps hammering on the gate there, as well as the towers. The towers effectively, I think one of them is going to go. Back to the mid lane here. You can see that there is also the Bruiser Gang pushing. And I think that the team is pulling off a rotation. Yes, they are. Krendo's down south already by himself. And the rest of the red team has just defended the mid lane successfully and will go back down. But if you look at the top lane, the towers are gone. The fort's getting challenged right now. And it's about 15 seconds before the curse expires. Very tricky position for them to be in. Sylvanas goes in. Shadow Dagger being used. Substantial damage against on the tower. And the creeps coming out. The impulse should have been safe for the creeps there, but we'll see. So Flame Strike, everything on. So now the raid team is at level 13. So that's very important for them, because if they're level 13, they get the talent that they need. So let's check in on that. Interesting to see that Sylvanas goes for Overwhelming Affliction. I think they normally don't go for that. That means that it also applies to heroes and slows the movement speed. It doesn't stun them, but it slows them. Normally Sylvanas would go for the extra movement speed or hitting the second target. But we'll see. For Kiltas, we got a Flamethrower, which increased range. So this is actually a kiting Kiltas. He's all the way behind, landing Flame Strikes like nobody's business, and that's pretty standard as well. We got the Living Bomb Explosion, so I'm definitely guessing it's going to have that Chain Living Bomb, or the Flame Strike giving Living Bomb as a level 16 talent. Life Seed's definitely very good. They will gain extra heal over the portion of regrowth, which is very good as well. Burning Rage is good for Anubarak. It helps me more damage, and it's going to be a Thunderclap. So yes, it is going to be Ignite. So it applies Living Bomb again. For the red team, they just barely got to level 13 and 14, and the blue team is already at level 16, way ahead. We got a Sticky Flare, we got the Firestorm, which is okay. Icy Veins, which is interesting, and it actually helps with mana here, so that's going to be slightly more spammy. It is still going to be the multi-shot Vala, which is good. And Feral Lunge, which is important for Rhaegar. But what's important to note here is that even if they do concede the next 2 tributes, I think that the red team is not in a bad spot. Simply because that even if the blue team has got map possession, they're just going to keep throwing mercenaries. As long as you don't die. As long as you don't die. Okay, he's not going to die. So as long as you don't die, I think it's still pretty fine. They can get level 16, and that's where it's the cue for them to take the fight. Because once they're level 16, the blue team at best is at 17.5. And 17.5 is at a level whereby you are still at similar talent levels against the blue team, and that's very important for them. Oh no, this is not a fight you want to take. Mizumute, APOC, channeling connects on 3. Willing Arrow silences 3 as well. Mizumute goes in, great overpower, and a Bright Wing there with the Emerald Wing, but not going to get anything done. DM Desari now going to get a little bit of extra heal from Rhaegar, and it's actually the Rhaegar. Kiro now going to try and pull back. Also, Living Bomb going to wipe him out, and this is why the fight is not for the red team to take here. They're not at level 16. They don't have the talent. Should have given up on the Bruiser camp. If we look and on the level 16 talent, it's Cold Embrace. This is what destroys your armor, destroys your ability to stay in a team fight. And Tangly Roots also grows larger, lasts longer, and also will root target for slightly longer as well. Blood for Blood, Stone Form. It's a very hard fight for them. They still took it. It's a little bit of a clutch one. I thought that Diablo stun on 2 is very important, but shout out to Crandor again. And that is the guy. This is actually our Singapore version of Crandor. There is a Crandor in the States, but this is Crandor. The Crandor in the States is with E, so it's different guys. Chill. So yeah, I mean, Sylvanas, man, great Willing Arrow. If we have a replay on that, I would love to show it. Unfortunately, we don't have that. That's fine, no problem. 13 kills is to 4. Crazy, crazy gameplay from the blue. So, yep, that's it. We have 2 different levels here, or rather 2 level difference between both of these teams. Great route by the boss on the Nick Bard. They are also going to get a boss at this particular moment in time. There's nothing that the red team could have done. They will also be defending the top lane's boss as well. So Tribute's going to spawn in just about 10 seconds now. This time around, I think the red team will take a fight. I think it's very important for them to go in to do sufficient damage. It is important for them. They are at level 16. If you look at the talents, it's Sticky Powder. It slows the enemy a little bit with Polymorph. Overpower also gives 2 charges. Northern Exposure, which is what was lacking in the last fight. Blood for Blood and Earth Grut's Totem. That's very important for them. It actually helps the cast range and slow. So this is where I really like to see some form of reaction, but they still have to take it slow. They still have to take down this Golem first. Once the Golem goes down, then they can look for the next fight. Alright, so solo casting for the last 6 hours or so. I think it's been very, very fun and crazy. And I think that this is where I'm starting to get drained. Well, I'm doing my best to hold up here, but yeah, I need a partner. If you have a partner recommendation, if you reside in SEA in Singapore, let us know. So, yeah. Sick actually pushing the bottom lane. Good stuff. I think that at this point in time, the blue team should soak. They shouldn't go in. There is already mercenaries pushing 2 lanes. They can take the fight, but there is no point in taking a fight when you can wait for the tribute, the curse to go down. Great timing again. Look at the mercenary camps. They are just, the camps are just pushing so well. And the tribute is just spawning right now, which means that one of those lanes will get ignored. The blue team should do well to not throw this next fight. And Diablo goes in. There goes the stun. Stormball goes down as well. GR Ron with the strafe on full duration. Fully not able to stop him. Some damage on Nickbot already. Shade Fox deciding who to heal. Healing no one in the end. And Mizumute with a little bit of extra heal from Ancestral Healing will come back in. Now Mizu is in a good spot. Here goes the Emerald Win. Kiro goes down first, but the Phoenix is in great spot already. Sin getting thrown away from the other side of the fight. GR Ron is on a run. GF5 way, and he is not able to do much of a damage here. 4 men up still against 3. The blue team cannot lose this fight, but Muradin jumps in. Stumble misses. Could have picked up the kill. Feline running back behind right now. Nick Bart getting some damage and will go down. Feline now also holding the front. He has most of those health, but he needs to wait for a second win. The Stormbolt, no reverberation, no thunderclap, and 3 men still alive. And it's the blue team that's going to get cursed at the end here. 5 men down. What a comeback story for the red team. Unfortunately for them, every single gate and fort is still up and standing, so there is no way this game is over yet. Yep, we are going into a replay, and they're just preparing that. Here we go. Alright, so this is what happened. The curse is boring. Let's look at this. Thunderclap being used for Lean. You look at Feline was just chasing behind. The silence on Diablo on Brightwing was very important. And this is where I think the blue team had a bit of an issue. The overpower was great. Kiro was in a position for a big Emerald win. This is important. This is the winning condition for them for this particular fight. And Sync was just not able to do anything. Should have just borrow strike a little bit further. Unfortunately, not able to do that. Should have gone for Jiaoron. Would have picked up the kill at least. Mizumute will drop here. No, actually, no. That's a Diablo. And a nice side stab by Diablo. Feline not able to pick up the kill there, but great stun on 2 behind. Jiaoron comes in to pick up Nick Bart. Nick Bart will go down. DM Desire goes in again. And effectively, that's where you have a lot of trouble for all of them. And yeah, 3 men still alive. Feline at the end will go down. So level 19 on both sides. Level 20 on the blue right now. Red team did a very good engagement. They're now a little bit behind still when I think this is going to be tricky. Feline showing his face. Stormball missing. Phoenix coming in. And it seems like Central Healing's not going to proc. Unfortunately, DM Desire a little bit too slow. Diablo gone down already. Ninkbar comes in with the Bolt of the Storm. They need to run away right now. A lot of damage coming. Kiro with the Emerald win. Saving the team again. Big play by Kiro. They're all going to pull back. 9 kills against 16. 50 seconds before Diablo respawns. The moment Diablo respawns, they will be able to take the fight. But until then, there's nothing they could do right now or can do. They will have to go again on a bolt for more of this sustaining fight. And you can also see that the boss will go down. And they have to buy the time. They need to buy the time. The top fort's gone already. The mid lane's getting pushed out by some camp. I think it's just one last small little bruiser camp that's left there. The boss camp successfully going to the blue team. The red team getting a bit of the siege camp in prevention here for the bottom boss. I think it's a little bit too early, but it's still good to get the camps. No questions asked there. They need to soak some lane, but all the lanes are too far out. So they definitely need to take on the boss. The boss shouldn't give them much of an EXP, but they will get level 20 real soon. Diablo's respawning right about now. And would say that it is like 4-5. Actually, everyone on the red team has got the heroic off cooldown. On the blue team, one is only the Phoenix that's off cooldown. The other 4 is off cooldown, in fact. And the boss camp now pushing against the core. Very dangerous, but there's still the shield. And effectively, we have the siege camp pushing the bottom lane as much as they want right now. Krendor is just a fantastic Sylvanas at this particular instance. You can see Krendor effectively defending against the creeps here, as well as the whole team being in a great position there. They're all also going to pull back and run in a separate direction. The red team is already at level 20. This is where they can take a team fight. I think that the next tribute is very important. If the blue team gets it, it's devastating. Their time did really well for Look of Flower. The Golem's going to be pushing. The red team's going to be distracted. They don't know whether to defend the Golem and the fort or get the tribute. But Kiro, with the ability to teleport, will get a tribute for the team and will also come back all the way here to defend with the rest of his teammates. And it seems like the Flame Strike is going to do substantial damage, but not a lot on the Mizumute. And the boss with the stun will miss. Unfortunately, Krendor is in the area, gets hexed out. Unfortunately, good stun from the Anubarak. Also going to see a bit of the strap coming. Feline goes in onto Ham, onto Jiaoron. Jiaoron now going down to see Mizumute will go down first. And also going to see the Apocalypse. Krendor goes down, double Apocalypse. This is actually a reduced cooldown Apocalypse that also triggers when you die. Damn Desire again, slow ancestral healing from the Rhaegar. Unfortunately, he's also going to go down. The boss is still knocking on the core. Jiaoron knocking on the boss. And Mizumute, 1 against 4 right now. They want to pick up this kill. The core is down to 30%. Apok comes out again. But then this game is almost done. LAF with the last 5% of victory. They will get it. Look of Flower goes through to the grand finals. And MAD is eliminated. What a game. The crowd goes wild with applauses, by the way. Not sure if you can hear that here on my microphone. But yeah, I'm in a small, pathetic corner anyway, so. Right, let's check the replay. They're getting that done. Right, let's go. So this is where it all fell apart. This is a great golem. This is a great boss. They did it really well. I think everyone is in position here. And the Ancestral Healing was unfortunately not able to proc it, which means that he is on cooldown for 9 seconds again. And APOC goes down. The first one, the second one. Diablo respawns, resulting in a third APOC. And Apocalypse, by the way, that's what APOC stands for. And DM Desire, a little bit too slow again. No healing, Ancestral Healing there. I think he shouldn't be using essentially healing on himself. I think he should be using a little bit more on heroes like Virtus. But he's getting all the aggression on the blue team. Blue team did this really well. You look at Nick Bart. Nick Bart's damage is crazy. It's off the chart. It's 45,000 as compared to the 41 from the red. Still a very close game. Still a very close game. Congratulations to Look Out Flower. They will qualify for the national finals on the 18th of July. And that would be the Singapore finals. And yeah, now what we're going to show you is the grand finals between Relics and Look Out Flower. Whoever wins that is going to get 500 extra dollars. And also will stand to win some Razor peripherals. And yeah, so very excited here. Grand finals coming right up. Don't go anywhere. See you guys real soon. And falling back is a bit of that good entangling roots onto Feline. Signa pulling back as well. 4 versus